A figure lay on a dais before them. It was bloated, its flesh hanging in soft rolls from its torso. Lyak could see tiny, podgy hands protruding from the folds of fat. Its lower body was serpentine. Pearlescent scales covered the coiled mass. Scales peeled back to show green eyes. A small head, its features sunken into flesh, sat atop the mass of its body, a long spill of white hair hanging from its scalp. Splashes of blood and dark liquid that might have been wine mottled its skin. It shifted as they approached, its bulk bursting cushions. The crowd nearest it was trembling. Some were eating their own flesh. Blood spattered the white stone beneath their feet. "Lorgar!" It hissed as they approached, the word forming patterns of writhing smoke as it left its lips. 3 of the word-bearers had fallen to their knees. Others were swaying like reeds in a breeze. It was vile. Lyak had looked on the amast horrors of the warp, had bound them and carried out deeds to earn their favour. But to even look at the heaped mass on the dais was to feel one's soul stretched and siphoned off, to feel every denied desire rise from the recesses of dreams. He recognized it even though he had never seen it. It was a most sacred abomination, and he had never felt a stronger desire to reduce it to molten fat and burnt skin. It was also not Fulgrim. Lorgar stared at the thing, his face expressionless in its serenity. "No," he said. "This is not your city, demon." He turned to look around at the whimpering and laughing crowd. "Show yourself, Fulgrim." The bloated creature on the dais hissed like a cat, and a rattle-tipped tail rose into the air from its coils. "It is well, my sweet," said a voice like honey. The purple-clad dancer somersaulted forwards, bowed low, then swept the mask from its face and snapped into a perfect high salute. The arm holding the mask raised above its head, weight balanced on the points of its toes. "My brother simply cannot take a joke," said Fulgrim and giggled. "Not even a small one." Fulgrim reached the dais and flowed up its side. The bloated thing squirmed in greeting, uncoiling its bulk and twining it around Fulgrim as he embraced it. The thing purred up at the diamond Primarch, baring its teeth. Fulgrim ran a hand over its hair. "There, Nakari, my delight. We will have bliss again once this is done with, but he is family, and that means I should listen to what he says. At least a little." Nakari. It was not its true name. That was a thing that would have broken reality to speak, but in the realm of the warp it was like a signature drawn in atrocity. Lyak had glimpsed it and heard it at the edge of bloody visions, but never seen it before. Now it sat before him. Nkari, Eater of Delight, the son of Ruin, the daughter of Delight, one of the 6 courtesans of the Dark Prince. Fulgrim settled next to the exalted demon, their snake bodies intertwining with a sigh, then turned his gaze back on Lorgar. Fulgrim squirmed, a hand running through Nakari's hair, while another picked a wet red fruit from a silver platter and held it out to the bloated demon. Lyak noticed that the exalted demon's face was a warped echo of Fulgrim's own, a fattened parody of the demon Primarch's soul-breaking perfection. Nakari ate the fruit and licked Fulgrim's fingers. "Which war is this, brother dear?" said Fulgrim, running a finger over Nakari's cheek. Fulgrim snarled as soon as Lyak willed him speech. "I will take your soul, and your consort has already issued the necessary threats." Nakari walked to Fulgrim's side, its bull-headed form shrinking and thinning until it was a slender figure wrapped in red silk, its skin the colour of a shark's belly, its eyes black orbs. A delicate crest of bone and skin ran down the centre of its scalp. "Where the prince of the princes goes, so go I," it said, its voice a melody that promised bliss and suffering. "I'm bound to this and to him. As you command him, so shall I follow your will."